Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Bose. We have our week one matchup of the PWC Season 3. We are going up against the San Antonio Sprats this week, and we have a pretty annoying team right here, to be honest with you. It's very bulky with Mega Save Bly, Blissey, and then 2 months that can be very bulky as well, but also can be offensive, so you're not really quite sure with Celebi and Rotom Wash. And then the two things I was most scared of this week at the end there, we have Sock and Talonflame. I was looking at his team at the beginning. He offensively, his main two threats, those were pretty much it, in my opinion. The ones that at least I was worried about. And they're both physically offensive. So this week with our team, we have here we have a Crest that is physically defensive. We have an AV Armaldo. We also have an Expert Belt mixed, max attack, max special attack, Nidoking. My plan here for this thing to get rid of the Blissey mainly was I wanted to hit something with special attack, and then for him just assume that I'm like 4 special, switch in a Blissey, get at least 10% off at that point, and Expert Belt Superpower will knock it out easily. But we also have, that was my plan, at least that's the main way I wanted to get through. I felt very comfortable once the Blissey was gone. But back to my team, we also have a Life Orb, Excadrill, our Mega Sceptile, we have a leftover Tail Glow 3 attack, previous Dazzling Gleam, Scald, and X Beam on the Manaphy. Just looking at this team, I figured I have 2 Rock Setters, 3 actual Rock Setters. I think pretty Nidoking gets Rocks as well. So I can see him wanting to get the Mega Sableye out quickly, not letting me get Rocks up and really hindering his Talonflame, which is his main offensive threat. So I'm going to lead off with Crest at this point, see what it can do against it. I might pause it a couple times. He's going to make it all. I'm just going to fire off a Moonblast, try to get as much damage off on this thing as I can. He Toxics me, which I am completely 100% okay with, because I am rocking Psycho Shift. And that, I wasn't sure if that's how it worked, but I love that. Is amazing for me. I got Toxic on the most annoying mod on the scene easily. Especially because you can't really Toxic. I'm just going to switch out here, expecting him to go for another Toxic. Shit. Alright, my bad. Next turn. I expect him to go for another Toxic here after this turn, after he recovers. My apologies for that. So we're going into Nidoking. That way I can just start hammering things away. I do switch out. He goes for knockoff though, and it does a lot of damage, 46%, especially for Expert Belts being gone. So I cannot one-shot the Blissey at this point unless it has a lot of damage on it. I'm just going to fire off a Sludge Wave here, and judging by damage there, this thing was scarfed. I figured it was. So I'm just going to switch out into Old Grade, my Sceptile, because he can't really touch me unless he's rocking HP Ice. Now, after this turn, I really thought about it. I'm assuming he is scarfed, but I wasn't quite sure. He'd given some sort of weird variant of it. So I really thought hard. My main options were either switching out or setting up sub. After a little while, I figured I'm just going to set up a sub and save everything on speed. I said, I think I wrote speed, but either way, I set up a sub, which I'm completely okay with. So I switch into the Sock. I'm just going to get off Giga Drain, just get damage off on this thing, because I know he's going to go for an Ice Punch. Excuse me. At this point, I have no reason to say I'm going to switch out to Manaphy, because he is a max attack, max special attack variant, so I can easily take that. At this point, I figured the Blissey to come in, so I'm going to, I think it's my double out. Yeah, if I double out here into Nidoking, that's what I wanted. I wanted this matchup right here. He did predict me to have superpower, I guess, because I do go for it and immunity. I mean, he can't really do much to me though, offensively. But I do want to switch out. I want to save this thing, and when it comes down to it, I'd rather have this thing burned than the Nidoking burned. Against this team, he really doesn't do much, so I'm just going to fire off some Giga Drains. I just want to get some to chip damage off on Blissey. So if I have to come in, I can hit it with an Earthquake, might do enough. I get enough damage off on it, but Superpower, I need it down to, I believe, about 70% accurate. Or so this was a little high. I would have to get a high roll here if I were to be able to take it out. But I'm going to go into it. I do over-predict here. I expect him to switch out again. And he does go for Nice Beam, which does take me a lot. So at this point, I'm like, I'm just going to stay safe. Again, I should have gone for another Sludge Wave. It was AV though, so I mean, it would have done. I mean, this was great damage. So I'm actually happy with that play. He's just going to knock off. Okay, I don't think this thing is too low. I can go into my Manatee, aka Thad Castle because he is the greatest captain of all time. But I'm just going to fire off his Scald and just knock this thing out. This is one of the major threats. When it comes down to Conflame, I can one-shot it with this, the Escadrille, and the Armaldo can all one-shot it easily. So I wasn't too worried about it. Now here, I am just trying to get off a burn, which I do get. But I notice on his Thunderbolt, he's only doing about 31. I calculated it was about 33%, I think, max. So he cannot knock me out here at this point. I think I'm at 38, which is nice. So he has two options here. Because he has, unless he gets a crit, he has to hit me twice with two Thunderbolts. He's either going to Soft Boil, get the HP back up, or fire off another Thunderbolt. I'm going to Tail Glow at this point. So I figure either way, he will be down to about 18% health no matter what. He Soft Boils. Because this does about 30%. 30, I think max was like 33%. So I just want to get off as much damage. Like I said, 2 Scalds plus Burn will bring it down into the teens, which is all I needed. Because that way, Armaldo or Excadrill can come in and take it out easily. And once that thing's gone, I feel very comfortable with the mods I have left, especially with Excadrill. Excadrill can hit everything on his team very hard and almost OHKO it at this point. I'm not sure about the Sableye. And the Crest just walls everything. So I go for the Rock Slide in case he wanted to come in. At this point, I did think about this one again. He does just Giga Drain, does a decent amount, but I am a bulky variant. I just fire off an X-Scissor and one-shot that thing. I am Life Orb, as you can tell. So I knew that would go off. I just didn't know if he had any sort of weird, tricky things on this. So I just stay in. At this point, he does outspeed me because I am no speed investment. But like I said, even with a crit 42%, that's doing absolutely nothing. So I just want to, at this point, fire off the Moonblast in case he does want to switch in here. And this is going to two-hit it, two-shot it at this point with Moonblast, so it's easy, which is going to bring his team just down to a very low Rotom and a full health Talonflame. Now I am physically defensive. I also pack a special move here, especially for since I figured this would come up, and I'm hitting HP Rock. This is perfect. It breaks the sub every time. It does about 46%, I think is what I do to him. So at this point, he really can't touch me. I'm just getting leftover recovery. I am breaking every sub that he has. He was, as you'll see, bulk up variant. And he can't do anything. With my last 3 mons here, I easily win this at this point. Because it does, what, 43%. He's going to go, Brave Bird does 25% at +1, which is ridiculous. I can just keep firing off HP Rocks. And then the Rotom comes in, and it takes 2 Moonblast to take it out at this point. At 33, because it is, naturally bulky. So unless he crits on one of these, Crest can just clean up. I do go for a Moonlight here just to make sure that I cannot lose this. I could just finish it there. That was just securing it in case we would miss or something like that. That way, as long as I wouldn't get crit there, I win. So as you can see, we pull away with a 3-0 victory with week 1 against Sprout. Hey, good game, man. It was just, I'm so happy this game did not come down to hacks. It was just, you didn't have anything for Crest to knock it out past the Mega Sableye, but since I sped it, and Excadrill just ran through your team, especially once things got dwindled down. Game Ball here goes to, obviously, Crest with the amazing Psycho Shift to Toxic the Mega Sableye, and then just cleaning up at the end. So yeah, great game. It was a great win for me. Start out season 1-0. Feels great, again, to win the first game. I forget who I played next week. I'll have to look into it, but I'll see you later. Have a nice day.